Summer of '78 saw your host, as a kid and a baseball fan, mesmerized by a streak. A hitting streak by Charlie Hustle, also known as Pete Rose, also known as the Hit King. Rose went on a remarkable 44-game hitting streak that year, second best in the history of baseball, and the only serious threat to Joe D's 56 games and that record that was ever seen and has ever been seen since. Now, Rose was 37 years old at the time, supposedly at the end of his career after he notched his 3,000th hit early that season in 1978. He went into a massive slump early and through mid-June of that season. He was making solid contact over the slump, but unfortunately was hitting the ball right to fielders game after game, at-bat after at-bat. Rose started that streak on June 14th, and it sputtered along. That's the best way I would describe it early, with Rose not hitting well, but somehow spreading the hits out so that he managed to get one every day at every game. On July 4th, he reached 20 games, and that was the fifth one of his epic career to date. And by the way, Rose and Ty Cobb, they recorded hitting streaks of at least 20 games or more 8 times in their careers, which is the most in the modern era. At the All-Star break, Rose had to streak to 25 games, and that's when he was quoted as saying, "I might go on forever." Never short of confidence, Pete Rose. Rose broke the Cincinnati team record for hitting streak mid-July at 28 games, which was half, just by coincidence, of DiMaggio's magical 56 games. Someone quoted DiMaggio that summer saying, "Someday someone will break it, and if that's the case, I hope it's Pete Rose." It's a classy statement from Joe DiMaggio. Now, what did Pete Rose respond with when he heard that quip from DiMaggio? He said, "That's pretty great. I hope it's Pete Rose too." Gotta love Pete Rose with his ability to offer up quotes. Now, the pressure was building. Rose was on the front page of every sports section, including mine in Pittsburgh. That's how I was able to track him. And it certainly, as I said, had my full attention as a kid. Pete Rose broke the National League modern record at 38 games, and then he broke the 40-game barrier. Now, all that was left was DiMaggio's 56. But it came to an end at 44 games in Atlanta. A Gene Garber strikeout sealed the deal. Any of you constant listeners remember Gene Garber with the Braves? And DiMaggio's 56, of course, it still reigns supreme. By the way, Rose did not hit a home run during the entire 44-game hit streak, which I thought was interesting. For kids like myself at that time, and for baseball fans all over the nation, that summer of 1978 and that hitting streak by Pete Rose, it was a magical one for the ages, and thus serves as our dedication for episode 122.